Hi everybody! I'm coming out of August hiding because I was tagged. Bernard tagged me, the wonderful Bernard Charles, tagged me in a 13 Things You Don't Know About Me challenge. Now, I was quite surprised to be found out I was tagged, considering I've only made 2 videos. But Bernard is such a sweetheart, I can't say no. So, welcome to my bedroom. Here are 13 weird things about me. What do I order at Starbucks? Well, I go to Starbucks every Wednesday for my Stitch and Bitch group. And I have 2 drinks. I have a seasonal drink. In the winter and cool autumn months, I tend to drink a soy chai latte. But in the summer months, when it's warmer, keep in mind I live in a very northern climate, and warmer is all in the mind, I get a soy mocha frappuccino with hazelnut. And I don't put any whipped cream or anything on it because I'm lactose intolerant. Okay, number 2. What's one thing in my closet I can't live without? Now, clothing doesn't really mean all that much to me. Clothing keeps me warm. I'm not a fashionista, anything like that. That being said, I have a tutu. I have the world's most awesome tutu ever. And it is made out of rainbow. In fact, I will interject with a shot of said tutu. Now. I cannot live without that. This is just too awesome. You have to have it. It was the best investment I ever made. Okay, number 3. What's one thing most people wouldn't know about me? I don't keep many secrets. I think the thing that most people don't know about me is the fact that I have the bone structure in each of my feet for 6 toes. I only have 5 toes, but I have bones here on my toe, or my foot, for a 6th toe. I'm weird. 4. Name one thing I want to do before I die. Well, I was tempted to say go to Japan. That's one thing I really want to do. It's one thing I've wanted to do for a long time. But Bernard was talking about skydiving, and that would be the climax of his life. That would be the pinnacle achievement. And going to Japan is a dream. Yes, going to Japan, swimming in the hot baths in Osaka, these things I want to do, but they're not the pinnacle of my bucket list. And I think one thing I want to do before I die? I don't know. I want to swim in the Pacific. I've swum in the Atlantic. I've dabbled in the Mediterranean. I've dabbled in the Caribbean. I want to swim in the Pacific Ocean. I think that's what I want to do. Never thought of it before. Now that's something I have to do. One food I cannot live without. That's easy. Since moving to the British Isles, I have discovered the joy that is proper cheese. North Americans, no harm to you. I love you. I'm one of you. But you don't do cheese well. I've discovered European cheese, and I will never live without it. I'm lactose intolerant. I should not eat cheese. I eat cheese. I suffer for it. I love cheese. The phrase I live by, now this is no secret to anybody. The phrase I live by is, if you have the strength enough to bitch about something, you have the strength enough to change it. So if you're going to whinge, you're going to complain, you're going to whine, you take all that energy that you would use wasting on complaining about what's wrong, and use that energy and change what's wrong. If you can't change what's wrong, stop whining, go somewhere else, do something else about it. Whining gets you nowhere. Use that energy better. What do I like or dislike about the YouTube community? Well, I'm very blessed. I have a very strict, I'm wondering, can I say that here? I have a no BS filter. That's what I will say. I have a very strict no BS filter, and I don't deal with BS, so I don't see it. So I don't deal with it. So I don't have anything I really dislike about YouTube. You know, things I don't like, I walk away. Again, see my phrase. I have the strength enough to complain about it. I have the strength enough to change it. So I don't let it in my life. Thing I love about it. Oh, YouTube. It's great. I use it to learn new techniques for knitting, sewing, scrapbooking, journaling, tarot reading, dancing. I learned so much from YouTube. And I love the fact that it brings so many people together. You know, thanks to YouTube, I have my children playing more board games than most families do. I love the channel Geek and Sundry for that reason. I spread the geek. It is lovely. Because of YouTube. I don't check Facebook in the mornings anymore. I check YouTube to see who's got a new video. I have my lists, and I watch them. You know, I like planning. So I watch people set up their planners. I like knitting. I watch that. I discovered the lady who did the make-unders of the dolls. You know, the Bratz dolls. She has her own YouTube channel. I'm watching her take the makeup off Barbie dolls and Bratz dolls and converting them into the lovely dolls we saw. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Barbie dolls. They are sweet. I really want some happily ever after dolls. When I can justify the expense. I'm a 30-plus-year-old woman. I don't need more dolls. But, you know, you can learn so much from YouTube. It's fantastic. And I don't deal with the other stuff. I just don't let it in. My most listened to song on iTunes. I don't really use iTunes. I haven't used iTunes in about 4 updates. I discovered Spotify. And Spotify is, to me, what iTunes was when it first started. I loved iTunes when it first came out because I could sample music from everywhere and try it out. And then they started going a bit... They changed. And I stopped liking it. I now listen to Spotify. Now, my current most played song, and this tells you a lot about me, is Uptown Funk. Now, it's not because I enjoy the song, but because it annoys my elder son. He hates the song. He hates it. He had to dance at it in drama class. Hates it. So whenever I want to wind him up, because I'm one of those kinds of mothers... In my part-time, I'm a sadist. I played the Uptown Funk. And I found many covers. Just to annoy him even that little bit more. I'm nasty. Other than that, my probably second most listened to song on Spotify would be We're All Born Naked and the Rest is Drag by RuPaul. Because, damn, that's a good song. It's catchy, it's bubbly, and you know what? It's empowering, and I like it. Okay. What's the next song? Or what's the next question? What kind of style would you describe yourself as having? She don't give a pop. My style is Adamz. I don't care how I look, as long as I'm covered. Or it's colorful. If it's comfy, I wear it. You know, I very much embody the meme. You want a beach body? Have a body? Go to the beach. That's me. If it's comfy, I wear it. Yeah. If I had to put a label on my fashion sense, it'd probably be stay-at-home mom slob. Except I'm not a slob. It's all I do wear clean clothes. I insist on clean clothes. Okay, my favorite number. That's no secret. It's the number 5. It's my number. It's my soul number, if you do those. It's my tarot card. And as a Discordian, the number 5 has some special significance as well. So number 5 is definitely my number. My 2 favorite hobbies. 1, annoying all of my family members. Like Uptown Funk. Don't let me know something annoys you, because I will annoy you. My second most favorite hobby is knitting. Or crocheting, depending on what. Fiber crafts. We'll call it fiber crafts, because I know some people are militant knitters, and some people are militant crocheters, and some people are they do cross stitch and all that stuff. I love them all. I'll do them all. I will tend to favor knitting over crochet. And I don't do as much counting cross stitch as I used to, or embroidery. But I still do it. But fiber arts are definitely my thing. My 2 pet peeves. My first pet peeve is walking slowly. I am very much a headstrong Aries. Go forward, get to where I want to go. I don't like meandering dither-dather. I want to be there. Go to destination. And when I get caught behind somebody, just do. No fault of their own. Sometimes they want to dawdle. Sometimes that's all they can walk at. And I try very hard not to get narked off, but it drives me crazy. Totally owning that one. So I'm the one who nips in and out and overtakes when we're walking in crowds. I weave my way through. Part of it is I get very overwhelmed in crowds. I get claustrophobic, agoraphobic, that's the word I'm looking for. I get agoraphobic, so crowds bug me, so I have to get out, and I need the open space around me. And my second pet peeve, I have to think about that one. My first pet peeve is definitely slow walking. Second pet peeve, people who say basically a lot. When they say basically, whenever they're starting a sentence, basically I did this. Basically mean this. No, just drop the basically and get to the point. Basically is a superfluous word. You don't need it all the time. It's not very basic. That really annoys me. My guilty pleasure. Hi, I'm Mizz Adamz. I like cartoons. I like bad cartoons. I like modern cartoons too. But yeah, I like cheesy cartoons. That's probably my biggest guilty pleasure. Okay, so that's my list. I'm trying to think of who I can tag, and I'm thinking, well, I don't know that many people on YouTube. I watch many people, but I don't have big part of the community. The person who tagged me, Bernard Charles, he's the first. He's already been tagged. Can you hear me over this rain? Good heavens. The skies have opened. I'm going to pause. Hi, I'm back. I've closed the window so you can't hear the rain anymore. Okay, so who to tag? Well, as I was saying, Bernard is the person I interact with most on Facebook or on YouTube, and he's already been tagged. So, I think I'm going to tag some people I watch, but they don't know I watch them. Well, they know I watch because I comment, but we don't have much interaction. So I'm going to tag Carrie Haring, because I love her planning videos. She's fantastic. She uses DIY fish inserts, which are the same thing I use. And the woman is amazing. You know, she has, hang on, let me do the math. 6 kids, plus her husband and herself. She works from home, and she runs her entire life in a tiny little traveler's notebook. The woman is amazing. I'd love to know more about her. And I'm going to tag Harmony. Yes, Harmony, I'm pulling you in. Harmony is a good friend of mine. I've known her for a long time. We've been friends on the internet since... I'm not going to name our age. Harmony. But I knew her before she was Harmony. So, yes. Harmony, I'm going to tag you. And I'm going to tag one more. Bernard tagged 7 people. I'm not going to name that many. But I'm going to get Jason Deadman. Yes, you. I follow your videos. Do you watch mine? Jason is another... It's raining. Welcome to Northern Ireland. Jason is another old friend of mine who does mainly cars, RC cars online. But I want to see him vlog. Let's see what he does. Okay, I'm going to sign off and do some editing. And make sure all my windows are closed.